Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Solo Effect and Shotty for the R&B Talk Show. This episode right here, I want to dedicate this episode to Donnie Simpson. This brother here paid way for brothers like me. I always get compared to this cat, when it comes to, me, interviewing artists, posting the history and, everything else and stuff. Because to be honest with you, if it was for Donnie Simpson, I wouldn't be me, doing what I'm doing. That's straight up. So, because I always want to, pay homage to him because, I don't think he gets the proper flowers that he deserves. I mean, here's a guy that's been in the business for 50-something years, from a radio DJ, to hosting video show from 1983 to 1996. He brought a lot to the table, you know what I'm saying? Even on the outside of the business and everything, and Donnie Simpson is that man. Because I'm going to tell you straight up, a lot of artists has benefited from video. So, I mean, to have singers, jazz artists, funk artists, hip hop artists and everything and stuff. Because, like every episode, every week, we just couldn't wait, to see, who was going to be on Video Soul, as a guest and everything. Because it was like the #1 program show on BET. Because at that time, it's like you had Video Soul, you had Midnight Love, you had BET Common View, you had Video LP, Midnight Love. I did say Midnight Love. Video Vibrations and so many other programs that was on BET at that time. And BET used to have a thing where they do like a video playlist. Whatever artist had a great album and it had a strong run, they do like a little collage slideshow. All right, they'll pick songs that wasn't even a single, and they will pay homage to the artist, especially if they doing something on tour or whatever. I say like the best of so and so and things like that. One thing I used to love too, when it got like around the early 90s, it was like in 1981. Yeah, they had like the top 20 Coca-Cola video countdown. That was dope, you know what I'm saying? Because back then, artists got a chance to have their videos chart, who all went #1 and everything. The only thing I do wish that Video Soul could have had kept, they could have had like a chart ranking, like who had the most #1 videos, who had the most top 10 videos on there, just like One Assistant Park, you know what I'm saying? I wish they would have had that as well, but that's a whole different conversation for another time and stuff. But, Donnie Simpson was the man, for everything, he brought to the table. And I know he's supposed to be bringing, Video Soul back and stuff. So we'll see, where that's going to land at. But I will say this, thank you, Donnie Simpson, because, you definitely, inspired me to do what I'm doing now. I wouldn't be doing the R&B Talk Show if it wasn't for you, straight up, because, for me, I studied Donnie Simpson, the way he interviewed artists, the energy he brought to the table and stuff. And that just, made me even want to do what I do, So, I was good at basketball and baseball and stuff like that, but me, having my own show, definitely, inspired me to do what I'm doing today, straight up. So, with that being said, your boy, Mr. Solo Effect and Shotty for the R&B Talk Show. I'm out here. Peace.